What's up guys, this is Cody here with iPhoneHacks.com, and today I'm going to be showing you a new tweak called SwipeSelection Pro. Now this is the paid version of SwipeSelection, and if you haven't used SwipeSelection or you haven't heard of it, then I'm going to show you exactly what it does and what SwipeSelection Pro has to offer that SwipeSelection doesn't. So first of all, if we jump into the notes right here, now this is going to work anywhere that you type text. So I mean text messages everywhere, and you can see that my cursor is right there at the end of the text right there, but if I swipe across my keyboard, it actually moves across, and that's what SwipeSelection Pro does. It also has a few other features where you can hold the shift button down and then swipe across, and it's going to highlight that text right there. You can also do it from the delete button, but it is a little trickier with the delete button. First of all, because you could accidentally delete some of your text, but if you hold the delete button and swipe across and then let go of your delete button before you let go of the swipe, then it's going to jump across and highlight much more than what you usually would. If we do it the regular way by holding down the delete button and then swipe across, first of all, it didn't highlight all the way and it deleted some of our text. So keep that in mind when you're trying to highlight stuff with the delete key. Now that's basically the extent of SwipeSelection, but SwipeSelection Pro actually gives you some settings that you can mess with right in the settings. So you can see here that we have a kill switch, so you can enable or disable it right there. You also have a triple tap on the shift key to either enable or disable swipe selection. So we'll toggle that on and give that a shot. Also, you have a swipe area. So by default, it's set to the entire keyboard. You can change this to everything but the space bar or just the space bar. And I'll show you how effective this is on the iPhone as well as the iPad. So let's jump back here, and down here you have the sensitivity. So you can change the sensitivity from either normal or reduced. So this basically means if it's on normal, then you're going to have to swipe more across to cover more ground. If you have it set to reduced, then you're going to have to cover less ground to move the cursor more. And so let's go ahead and put that on reduced and go down here to swipe speed, and swipe speed is going to change how fast the cursor moves as you swipe. So there's actually a few options here. You have slowest, slower, normal, faster, and fastest. I'm actually a fan of faster, so we're going to try that. And down here we have 3-finger swipe. So what this allows you to do is actually swipe with 3 fingers to move to the beginning or the end of a document. Now it doesn't really translate well on the iPhone, but you can do this really well on the iPad, and I'm going to show you all this stuff on the iPad as well. So let's jump back here, and now we're going to check out what we've changed here. So first off, we changed it to where we can only swipe across the space bar. So you can see it works on the space bar, but if we do it up here, absolutely nothing's working. Now let's delete that, and now let's say we wanted to use the 3-finger swipe in order to go to the beginning of the document. So let's try that, and as you can see, doesn't work that well on the iPhone. Basically just hitting a bunch of keys and not working really well for this. So let's go ahead and delete that. And also if I swipe across, you can see that we have quite a bit of coverage there with just a little amount of swipe, just because I have reduced on as well as faster scrolling. So it's going to cover more ground as I scroll across the keyboard. Now if I triple tap on the shift key, you can see that it's not going to work right here. 1, 2, 3. And then swipe, it's not going to work. So let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, and it's working. So now let's jump over to the iPad, and I'll show you exactly what it can do on that. Alright, so here is SwipeSelection Pro on the iPad. Now like I was saying, the 3-finger swipe from the end of the document to the beginning of the document works really well on the iPad. So you can see if I swipe, you can see that it goes to the beginning of the document. If I swipe down or swipe to the right, then it's going to go to the end. And it works really well on the iPad. You see that it's not picking up any of the keystrokes. Also, if we swipe across the keyboard right here, you can see that you can get a whole lot more coverage on the iPad rather than on the iPhone. So it actually works really well for these two features. And obviously you have a bigger keyboard on the iPad, so it's going to work really well when swiping across, and it's going to allow you to cover a whole lot more ground just by having an iPad. Of course, we can do this. Now if you want to select more, as you can see, it doesn't work if you continue holding the shift button, but if you let go of the shift button and then press it again, then you're going to be able to select more and continue to add on to that highlighted area. So to show you that again, you can see that it's starting over every time if I continue to hold the shift button, but if we let go, press it down again, and you continue highlighting more of the text. So I'm always a big fan of swipe selection. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, then go ahead and subscribe. Alright guys, until next time, this is Cody with iPhoneHacks.com.